I'm going to tell you what not to do for examples, okay? So there are a few ways to choose better examples. I'm just going to explain a very basic way here. The first thing is that your example must prove the very reason you're trying to convey. This question is about youths having the ability to change the world, right? A real student example is youths have the ability to change the world because schools equip them with critical thinking skills, right? So the reason is this: critical thinking skills. This is what you're arguing for. This is your stand. So don't confuse the two. This is your actual reason why you're trying to argue for. And if you don't have this, it also means your point, the way you create your points, isn't very high level. So the first thing that your point or your example should do, right, is that it should prove what your reason is, not your stand. If you prove the stand, you're doing it wrongly. You need to prove the reason. This student talked about the example of Greta Thunberg, a very young climate activist, right, when she shot to fame. But in the Greta example, it's not easy to link how this example shows that, or has shown that, she was equipped with critical thinking skills from school, right? It's more of an example that's related to the question, but not really related to the argument. So this is a big mistake that you have to avoid. The second mistake is that when you're explaining an example, you don't want your example to be a Wikipedia dump. I say it again. You don't want your example to be a Wikipedia dump. So if you're just writing all the information from Wikipedia, a lot of it is actually not relevant. Look at this. This whole part is not relevant because it doesn't tell me anything about the critical thinking skills. So you're wasting time, and precious time in the exam. You should have explained how the Greta Thunberg example shows that she was equipped with certain skills which allowed her to, voice her opinion and use her voice as a tool to change the world. If you cannot do that, that means your example doesn't work. You have to choose another example.